Hello, and welcome to the first video on garden variety. I'm your host, Daniel Sheehan, coming to you from the Sweetberry Farm in the beautiful Driftless region of Wisconsin. Well, on today's episode, we're just kind of talking about getting ready for spring. And with that, especially if you're on a new piece of property or you bought a house in the city and you want to get a garden going, you're going to have to buy some stuff to put in the ground. Now, here, I'm going to need a lot of stuff to put in the ground. We have about 17 acres. However, by the time you cut the road out of it and you cut the river out of it, I have a lot less. But I still have way more than I can manage with my own two muscles here. Gonna need a tractor eventually, but that's just me. Tractors are really expensive right now. You can get an 80-year-old tractor, like a Ford N8 or a Ford N9 or some kind of old Ford tractor for $2,000-$3,000. But is it going to do what you want it to do? Is it going to break down? Are you going to be breathing carbon monoxide and gasoline fumes? You have to factor all that in. And then are you going to be able to fix it when it breaks after using it? So you go all the way from that end of the spectrum up to a brand new compact tractor, and those are going to cost you between $20,000 and $30,000, and that's before you get all the implements that you're going to need. You could look at a BCS two-wheel tractor, but it's a BCS two-wheel tractor compared to a compact tractor that you can sit on and drive. With a BCS, you're going to be holding handles and walking, and is it going to do what you need it to do? Do you have 7 acres of cropland, and are you going to be able to do that with the BCS two-wheel tractor? Do you have neighbors that have a tractor that'll help you out? Well, in my case, I have some neighbors that will help me out, but at the same time, they kind of want to farm the land themselves. But I'd like more control over what goes in my soil at this point. I think there was some conventional farming on some of my land up until 2019, but since then it's been fallow and taken over by weeds and stuff. So I have some undesirable weeds out there that are undesirable. So anyway, I have a lot of things I need to do on my farm, and it's kind of fun. So how about this? How about we talk about some of those things that I'm doing here, and we'll give you some ideas about what you can do to prepare. So let's start by looking through some seed catalogs. Here I have the Baker's Creek catalog. They're very popular. They have this huge catalog that you can buy in some farm stores and stuff called the Whole Seed Catalog or something like that, like the Bible of Seeds. And it's like $15 for that book. And it's just a catalog. But then they send you out a free catalog. And they have a website, so you don't even necessarily need to spend $15 when you see their Bible seed catalog in the store. So they mailed this puppy out. It's their 25th anniversary. That's great. And I flipped and I found about 3 or 4 or 5 things that I definitely wanted. And the first one is dandelions. Now, why would I want dandelions? Well, they're healthy for you. You can make dandelion tea. It's good for cleaning your body out, like your liver and stuff. So it's like, hey, good for your heart too. But did you know that there's more than just yellow dandelions? So here we have pink dandelions with a yellow center, and those are very pretty. And then they also have white dandelions. These are called Japanese white dandelion, and the pink dandelion is called pink dandelion. And I purchased those. So $3.50 for a packet of 15 seeds. Huh, that's not that many seeds. So for $3.50, you can get 15 seeds. But I imagine that, if those 15 seeds grow, you're going to have like a million seeds. So maybe you don't want more than 15 dandelion seeds at a time. But yeah, you get these catalogs and it's really exciting. It's free and your mind can just drift off into imagination land, even if you don't have land. There was several years where I was getting seed catalogs and I didn't have any land. I was a house parent for Boys Town, New England, in Rhode Island, and yeah, I didn't own the house. I was taking care of six or more at-risk kids with pretty good behaviors. They had a lot of behavior, um, but they're good kids, and it was a good job. But we didn't own the land or the house that we lived in, and um, I started building a garden, and I would get these seed catalogs, and I would dream, someday I'm gonna, start a farm, and here I am, a couple years later, and I have my own farm, and now I get these seed catalogs, and I can actually do something. So we're getting dandelions this year, just to mix it up. Something else that I've purchased is these amazing Coyote Red Carrots. So for $4, you get 300 seeds. I think I bought way more than that, just because they're incredible looking. I mean, just look at that. It says these silky red carrots are grown near Kyoto, Japan, where they're eaten Japanese New Year. They're carved into the shape of a plum blossom to represent fertility in the coming year. These carrots have an exceptional texture and they're very sweet and slightly watermelony in flavor. They're perfect for late summer, fall, or winter gardening, and the bright red color becomes darker when grown in the winter. Wow. So it will not do well if planted in the spring. Long tapered roots grow 10 to 16 inches long, and they reign supreme as a roasting, grilling, or fresh juicing carrot, possibly the finest flavored carrot on the planet. So one thing I missed on this when I purchased them was that they're not good for spring planting. So when I get my massive quantity of Coyote Reds, I'm going to have to wait until the fall to do something about it. Then I also got some of these beautiful purple carrots over here. And better when harvested in fall or winter. So it looks like those bad boys I'm gonna do a little bit later. Baby wants a little bit of attention, and here at Sweetberry Farm, I like to focus on my children, even if it comes at the expense of my 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 business or my videos or my live streams. You want your passy? Oh, you love your passy? Yeah. There you go. You're gonna help Daddy do his little live stream on his new channel. Yeah. You're my little tiny lovey love. I love you. Oh. Well, so yeah, and I got a few other things from Baker Creek here. Let's see if I can. I think that's a pretty good synopsis. I got a couple tomatoes that tasted fruity, so that was exciting. But a big thing that I was working on was ordering trees. because right now I don't have any good high quality trees in on the property. So I was definitely looking at increasing the value of my wooded areas. So I was on Facebook, and in my area there was a nursery that um, seemed to be exclusively on Facebook, and you know claimed to have bare root trees available and a pretty good variety. Paper birch, you know, 5 or 6 different oak trees, 7, 8 different types of conifers, sugar maples, elderberry bushes, and just you name it. He definitely had a good variety, and it was about uh, let's say 450 per tree to 250 per tree, and I ended up getting about $650 of trees, um, in theory. Um, and he had a 30-day window where after you placed your order, you had to purchase within 30 days, or he would cancel the order. Well, it just he didn't have his own website. It was just on Facebook Marketplace, and he was kind of pushy about about the order. Um, I was going to just kind of wait to pay, because I had 30 days, and um, and I just kind of wanted to do a little more investigation and make sure that this person was legit. But then I kept getting these emails over the last few weeks, asking for more information or my phone number or various things. Um, and then 2 days before the 30 days were up, which was the 14th, I got an email saying that my order was canceled, um, which kind of struck me a little bit funny because it definitely had only been 28 days. And the day before he sent the email saying it was canceled, he sent out an email telling me that I had until the 16th. But then on the 14th, he said, your order has been canceled and all your plants have been allocated to other people. So right there was a red flag, because he wasn't sticking to his word of 30 days, and you must have a half of your deposit paid for. Like, um I could have paid for the whole order right away with no issues, but like just trying to do my due diligence, and stuff. I hesitated, and then rightfully so, because a big red flag was your order is canceled. But he said the day before that I had 2 extra days beyond that next day email. So I emailed him back and said, yeah, I don't want you to lose any business here, but I was a little bit hesitant because it's on Facebook, and then you said my order's canceled. Um, and he said, "Oh, I was just 100% sure that you weren't gonna go through with your order. Sorry for the confusion." Well, the man missed out on $650 worth of my order because he was playing chicken, um, and he lost. Um, Unfortunately, I can't trust you with my business. So, but I did order from one company that is in Wisconsin, and I got some tamarack trees. Tamaracks are the conifers, but they actually lose their needles. In the fall, they're beautiful, like gold, yellow color. They look like pine trees, but they lose their needles. So tamarack. I think those are going to be a really nice addition to the farm. They're going to add some beautiful fall interest to my property. But I'm not done yet. I want to keep ordering. I definitely want to get some sugar maples. Um, if you've been to Vermont and been to some of those maple syrup farms, they'll tell you it's going to take 40 years before you can tap a maple tree. So that'll make me like 70, 80. But that could be a nice little retirement situation. So even though I may not be able to harvest, uh-oh, baby, you want uppies or downies? What do you want to do? You want to go see something? ABC. Okay. Well, baby needs me, and since we have no subscribers on this channel yet, I'm going to take off. But I want to encourage you, get going on ordering from seed catalogs, getting ready for planting trees, because it looks like winter there today, but it's not going to be winter very long. Now I'm off to be a father. Have a good one. Ending.